Hey, welcome to the Bayou Blades podcast. I am trying to work out the intro. I actually have a pretty good one going right now. This is going to be the first podcast for Bayou Blades. I just wanted to get a quick one in. We were in Dallas last night at the Stars game watching the Wild lose, but fun game if you've never been to Dallas to the games. I'm not a Dallas fan, but those NHL games, this first one I ever got to go to, and man, it's a really big production, really a lot of fun. So, anyways, don't want to rub that in too much, but the Stars game was a lot of fun. Congratulations, Dallas! They won that game. It was fun to watch. But anyways, this is the new podcast I'm going to do. I'm going to get away from the unsatisfactory brand. That was just laziness, really. But I came up with the Bayou Blades theme and stuff. I really like it. I got a theme song in the works. The reality is, I'm using an AI generator to write the song because that seems easier. But all of these generators, I don't mind paying per song, but they all want you to do like the 1 year, subscription for $500 or whatever. I don't need 1 year. I need one song. So I'm trying to figure out how to get around that. And I'm kind of throwing this together. Not throwing it together, but I wanted to get a podcast out. This is the last game of the season, uh, regular season. So, anyways, I've been doing a little studying up on the Athens Rock Lobster, our opponent tonight. They had a bad one last week with the Sentinels and little fight at the end, a big fight actually. A lot of people got suspended. It was a big ordeal. They got mad. They lost, and that's what I read the player safety thing from the FPHL just a minute ago, and they said yeah, and there was no reason for that fight other than the Athens players got angry because they lost. Watching the coaches show with Athens, their coach, his belief is, and probably not incorrect, his guys were upset about a loss and they don't want to lose again. It was something they weren't happy with. And, we've said those things too. Like, sometimes you kind of need that loss to kind of remind you of what you're doing, maybe. I don't know. But still, they don't have a lot of players that we're used to seeing, so they have some new guns. Not new, but the coach Rutledge said he is depending on his second and third line to really make some shots on goal. They have Gus Ford. He is the sixth player in FPHL history to make over 200 goals. So big deal for him. He's a sniper man, and he was saying that Gus is really focused on winning for the team. He's a team player, and he does seem to be. So he's a threat. He's someone we need to be watching on the ice. You know, they have some big guys in Athens. I believe Athens is gonna come into this game looking to stir us up, get us off our game. Our game is really kind of speed and really good offense. So I think they're gonna come in trying to break that up a little bit. Not a little bit, a lot. I think you're gonna see a lot of poking, a lot of tripping, a lot of slashing, a lot of and let's be honest, once again, I don't work for the FPHL, so I can say this. The referees are most likely on Athens' side. They're going to be looking to get Athens, keep them in that number one spot. Looking down here, Athens is at 119 points today. We're at 118. Winning both games outright puts us at first place. There's other scenarios. Yeah, I'm just not doing the math. I'm not a math guy. So this is the end of the season, regular season for us and for Athens, I believe. They're away from home. They're on our ice. I really think they're going to come in here, like I said, stirring the pot, trying to get under Scantleberry's skin, trying to get under all of our guys' skin. We got some newer guys with the team. They signed a new guy today, so I think we got to really be on the lookout for playing discipline hockey. And their coach said one of the things that his guys are doing is don't worry about how many goals you shoot. Worry about playing hockey. Focus on the game at hand. And when you see an opportunity, take it and just trust your instincts. I think one of the things we can do well, and one of the things we need to do well. They have a new D man, a good D man, and we have a few good D men. And I think is breaking up plays, keeping those guys out of the wings. They seem to shoot well from the wings. So keeping them out of the wings, breaking up plays at the wing, keeping them out of the front of the net as much as possible. I don't know who we're going to start tonight as far as goaltending. We got two good goaltenders, but our guys, Athens got a lot of shooters. Even in their second, third line, they got a lot of shooters, just like we do. They have a whole team. They don't just rely on a few guys to make plays, and neither do we. So getting out there, shaking those guys up, trying not to take penalties. Penalties are going to kill us. I know everybody likes to watch fights and stuff like that, but it'd be great to win these games out. Uh, I don't know the FPHL playoff how they do it. Trying to kind of keep my eye on that, but it's one of those things. I don't put the. I've been trying to get this podcast going. Really, I mean, just trying to come up with ideas and trying to get a little smoother. So I feel like that's going to present itself when it's time. I mean, they're going to put out the brackets here soon. I mean, I haven't seen them yet. I mean, honestly, I haven't had. I'm also NHL and pretty hard too. They're going to the end of their season and getting started on. They're going to be getting started on playoffs in the next couple of weeks. So I've been pretty focused on that as well. So we're going to be looking. Obviously, the referees are on the Athens side generally. They are playing to make sure that Athens, we're playing, the refs and Athens. So our guys have to make sure they're doing everything they can not to take penalties. I mean, penalties, breathing on those guys sometimes is a penalty to these refs. So trying to stay out of the box is key. Trying to break up their shots on the wings, key. Keep an eye on Gus Ford, John Cooligan, number 18. I don't know if I said that. Dustin Perrette is a great D man, so really checking him, keeping him in the wall and off the blue line is key. I believe me with all my hockey coaching experience, which is goose egg zero. You couldn't see that because I don't have the camera set up right. But I'm still trying to get my studio together. I like my logo. I think it's pretty cool. AI generated. The AI is going to kill the creative industry. I did do the standings thing. Put that up. Let me see if I can have it blocked. So show the standings real quick. This is a really fast video. I just wanted to kind of get the new name out there. Hope you guys like it. Gonna try to work really hard at getting this podcast going this summer and throughout the playoffs. I'm gonna work hard at it. Try to get this going. I want to see. I want to kind of just do hockey from a Southern guy's perspective, a guy who hasn't grown up in hockey. Sure, there's other podcasts doing it. There absolutely are. But if you want a lot of FPHL news, I mean, Fed League is definitely the best podcast I see out there for that. He's a real numbers guy. So, really good podcast to check out. I go to his podcast for a lot of information as well. But that being said, here's the standings. As of right now, some of the standings, not all the standings. Mainly, Athens is at 119. I'm showing. I have my mouse in there. I know you can't see it. We're at 118. Columbus is at 93, and PD's at 78. How PD got in is beyond me. But anyways, those are the standings for this week. Leave those up for a little bit. That's going into tonight's games. Uh, Really excited for the game tonight. It's I don't even know what time it is right now. It's 4:57, so I'll be leaving here for the game in a minute. So I probably won't even get this out. But anyways, that's the Bayou Blades podcast. We're gonna have a good couple of games this weekend. I hope you're there. I hope we pack the pit. I hope we make a lot of noise for these guys. I'm telling you, I seen it firsthand in Dallas last night. The fans turned the tide of that game. I mean, Dallas was a little in the doldrums. They were playing, but they weren't playing hard. And they got a good goal, a deflection, and the fans turned it up. That place went crazy. And when it did, it's like those players hit the ice harder. They fought harder, and I've seen our guys do the same thing. So if you are there, please stay in your seats until the puck stops. Please, people have been hit in the face a couple of times. Once again, in Dallas, watch it in that game. There's some people up and moving, but the ushers get on them. They're like, "Hey, sit down." They'll make them sit on the stairs, like sit down, like you're not moving while the puck's in play. It happens, but it doesn't happen a lot. And that is that is not just because people are being assholes. It's because people pay for these tickets. We're not in a giant amphitheater where we can see either way. You're blocking someone's view, number one. Number two, it is unsafe. You're taking your eyes off that puck, and you really need to have your eyes on the puck at all time. They come off the ice at a very high rate of speed. Some of these guys are shooting 80, 90 plus, miles per hour. So that puck is not light. They're pretty heavy, and they're moving really fast when they come off these sticks, especially when they deflect off, a piece of glass or something. They probably even pick up a little speed, I would think. So please stay in your seats for the good of everyone involved. Please stay in your seats until the puck stops. Move then. I don't know why some of you, I see you we sit right on the rail and I see these people walk by 15 or 20 times in a period. What are you doing? Like, did you not come to watch hockey? It blows my mind. But it's because it's not really a hockey town. So most people are there just to have fun, get out of the house. So I understand that. But please, for the respect of your neighbors, stay in your seats until it's time to move. Anyways, we're going to have a great weekend. See you guys at the game. Go Mocs.